Now to an amazing story, a First Coast News exclusive, a rescue at sea. Two Jacksonville teenagers are back on dry land tonight after getting stranded in the middle of the ocean.
Now this happened on Senior Skip Day, and tonight we're hearing not only from those students, but from the boater who came to their rescue. First Coast News' Crystal Bailey is live in the Information Center. Crystal, this is just an incredible story.
Yes, this is the kind of story you'll be glad you stayed up to watch. It's unbelievable. Tyler Smith and Heather Brown say they were exhausted from treading water, ready to give up, when God literally answered their prayers.
I just cried out and I was like, God, please don't let this be the end.
Tyler Smith and Heather Brown, seniors at Christ Church Academy in Mandarin, decided to swim towards an island off Volano Beach. But rocky waters and a strong current kept them from their destination.
At that point, I also recognized that I don't see the rocks anymore. I don't see the rocks anywhere. I looked to the right and to the left, and there's no rocks to swim to anymore. It was just the island, which seemed like it was getting further and further away from us.
They were out of sight from people at the beach.
We were both dead tired at that time. My legs started to cramp, and all we could do was float and hold hands.
He was the first one to just start calling out to God, honestly, just praying for strength to swim.
Praying for a miracle when a boat appeared.
It wasn't until we got closer that I realized they didn't have life jackets on and they were treading water. Both of them were barely keeping their heads above water at that time. And then we kind of realized how frantic the situation was.
Eric Wagner says the seas were rough when he heard screams and an arm flail over the swells. So he turned his boat around.
It just came out of nowhere.
It really did come out of nowhere.
And pulled Tyler and Heather from the water.
I was just screaming help, over here, please. And I see this shaded hand through the screen wave back at me, and I'm like, this is it, we're getting out of here.
It wasn't until after they were aboard that they found out the name of the boat.
He said the name of our boat is the Amen. I started crying.
Wagner, the Amen's owner, reuniting with the teens from New Jersey.
Are my lips still white? They a lot better.
But I'm glad you guys are doing well.
Wagner says they were 2 miles away from shore when he found them, shivering and pale.
You begged for his help and prayer, and he answered.
Oh my gosh.
We wouldn't have been there without it.
Now, shortly after they climbed aboard the boat, Wagner's crew called the U.S. Coast Guard. A rescue crew came to pick them up and took them back to shore. Now they're living to share their testimony, saying that God waited until they cried out before he sent them someone to save them. Now, the teens will be graduating from Christ Church Academy in a couple of weeks. Reporting live from the newsroom, Crystal Bailey, First Coast News, on your side.